Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching in the world. Welcome along to the Esports Mini League 1, Race 1 here at the German Grand Prix at the Hockenheimring. My name is Kieran McGinley. Very glad to have you along here tonight for when we see five esports teams battling out for that top title. And of course we have the five teams with us today. We have TTGaming Esports, we have Inside Line Racing Team, we have Clean Vigor Racing, Livid Academy, who's got a sensational, absolutely sensational promotion last time out when we did the Esports Mini League, and CPI Esports as well. And the drivers, well, let's just get straight into it. The drivers are as follows for TT. Now, I've got a list of 10 drivers, which really helps me out. So the drivers, or the teams, I should say, can pick any one of these 10 drivers to basically race, but they have to pick a final 5. But from the 10 that they have, the pool of drivers that they have, so TTGaming Esports have Westy, Will G, Forbes, Navy, Honey, Recon, Siege, Vaporon, and Josh M. For Inside Line Racing Team, they have Louis, Amir, Rafa, Lickle, Alfie, Sterling, Jekyll, and Thomas. For Clean Vigor, they have Cohen, Maladactis, Dropia, Verstappen, Daka, FC Gameboys, Campbell, Chill, Robin, and Juiced. I hope I pronounce all these names right. Let me know if I don't. For Livid Academy, they have Slimbo, Deneen, Spag, Sam, and Sam. I don't know how I'm going to differentiate between those two, but I'll find a way, don't worry. And also, CPI Esports only have 4 drivers confirmed. They are Bullet Boy, SJ Racing, Lewis, and Casper. But I'm pretty sure they'll have a 5th driver. CPI Esports, you know, they've been a bit, you know, they always put 4 drivers forward, but they always do quite well with those 4 drivers. So interesting to see how that goes on. Make sure you're getting it trending as well on Twitter, hashtag EML7. If you want to follow the league on Twitter, it's at Esports Mini. And of course, if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's at KS McGinley. Good luck spelling the last name. You won't, but give it a good shot. I don't know where I'm going with this. Anyway, here we are at the German Grand Prix, then round 1. And of course, remember that there is an alternate point scoring system, which is, well, it's pretty predictable for Esports Mini League, because the point system and the point scoring system really favours consistency. One other thing about the point scoring system is that not only does every driver, no matter where they finish, have a chance to score points, but also if they don't make it to the checkered flag under their own quote-unquote power, they will not be classified. So if they finish the race as a ghost car, they are not classified. If they don't make it to the checkered flag, they aren't classified. If you're not classified, you get 0 points, nil point. And in a league and in a point scoring system where if you finish the race, you get points, that's not only going to hurt you, but also your team as well. The funny thing is that drivers are not really in it to win for themselves. They're in it to win for their team. So this is why you've got to have the teamwork battling it out. And let's just see how that unfolds as we head into the night. And thank you for joining us for this one. I know for sure that you all enjoyed Esports Mini League 2 with our very lovely Mr. James Head. If you love that commentary, by the way, go follow him at B52Head. Great commentator, on the rise, always on the rise. He's everywhere now. I swear he's everywhere. He's going to take my place soon. But in the meantime, I'll be here with Mini League 1 for this week, and I believe next week as well. I just need to confirm those dates. And if I'm having a look at the points scoring board, well, there's 0 points every which way you look. But tonight we have 2 rounds, 2 separate streams. The German Grand Prix, which is going to be this stream, and then we also have the Singapore Grand Prix coming up shortly after this race has finished. But that will be in a different stream. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss that video going live. Then next week on the 29th of January, we'll be back for both mini leagues. Mini League 2 will be going to Germany and Singapore. 4 respectively. And Mini League 1, we will be going to the Belgian Grand Prix for round 3 and then the Japanese Grand Prix for round number 4. So hopefully you can join us for tonight and for the rest of the tournament, basically. Hopefully you're enjoying it. We have 19 drivers. I have been told that CPI are 1 driver short for tonight, so that's very unfortunate. However, they're willing to carry on, so we will have 19 drivers among us here tonight, so I'm really looking forward to this. I hope you are too. One thing I've got to mention is that when I'm on my own, I normally do forget to do the thumbnail of the video. I've forgotten to do it again. The only problem with that is that I have to talk into the microphone and I have to change the thumbnail itself. So if I go over here and try and change the thumbnail, you instantly see the problem, don't you? It's not it's not working well, that's for sure. And also I have the world's slowest laptop. You won't believe how slow this thing is. So it's going well, I would say. It's definitely going well. But hopefully you will look past that and look instead to the wonderful racing we're going to have here tonight. Well, Livid Academy, by the way, were sensational in the last time we ran the mini leagues. They absolutely, well, they really did well in League 2 to get themselves promoted, and their counterparts, the quote-unquote senior team, got relegated down to Mini League 2, I do believe. They didn't actually participate. It was just the Livid Academy, which is pretty weird to me. So the Livid team aren't here, but their academy is. So see that as you may. You might just hear me in the background as I forgot to mute my laptop. Oh, it's all going wrong. We haven't even started the race. It's all going wrong. Ah, well, what are you going to do? James Head there in the chat saying good luck to all competing in hashtag EML7 tonight. Should be great to watch. Yes, it really should be. So I'm looking forward to it. Make sure you're getting up to date in the chat there, and hopefully you will be enjoying a great night of racing. Of course, we're live tonight, obviously. Why wouldn't we be? And then we're live next week on the 29th of January. Make a note in your diaries, 8:30 p.m. GMT and 9:15 p.m. GMT. So hopefully you'll be watching along with that. But we're getting straight in here. One-shot qualifying, 25% race, and alternate point scoring system, which favours consistency over anything else. So your drivers could win all 4 races, but that doesn't necessarily mean your team wins. The rest of your teammates have to pull the line as well. So let's see how tonight goes then. And as always with one-shot qualifying, it's going to choose a random car, and fingers crossed everything goes well. Let's just hope that we pick the right car, or at least the right car is picked for us to go into the race. Let's have some support in the chat then. Who are you supporting tonight? Is it going to be TTG Esports? Are you supporting ILRT? How about Clean Vigor? Do they catch your eye out there? The Livid Academy looking strong out there last time out. Are you supporting them? How about CPI Esports? True underdogs. I've only got 4 drivers racing tonight. Maybe you're a supporter of them. Let us know in the chat, and let us know who you're supporting. Who are the flags flying for here in hashtag EML7? We've already got one. Speed Cooper saying Sondra. That is, of course, Z3 out there. He's not even racing. There's some love for Z3. Why not? Why not? Hands in the air, I have no idea. Yeah, lots of support from Livid in there as well. Cohen, who races along in TTL F1, saying hello. Hello, Cohen. Nice to see you along. I believe you're racing TTL F1. I could have got that completely wrong. But anyway, what do I know? Here we go then, towards the start-finish line. And I must have realised by now, I'm not actually in a party, but never mind. We're going to carry on. Will G then making his way now towards turn 2 and braking hard now just at the 100-metre board. And you'll notice on the left-hand side, it's just going to be a mishmash. We don't really know what's going to happen until all the drivers get to the checkered flag as we head through the German parabolica all the way now down towards the hairpin at turn number 6. Now this is going to be where all the overtaking pretty much will happen, down the inside here, and try and get the racing line as you head out of the corner. Make sure you don't get that wheel spin out of the corner as we make our way now towards turn number 7, flying through full throttle through here as we head towards the almost the stadium section, in towards turns 8, 9, 10 and 11. Points if you know where those corners are. I couldn't tell you. As we now head towards turn 12, flying right-hander down a gear. Try and get that curve on the right-hand side. Use plenty of the curve on the left-hand side. Now heading in towards the Sachs curve. Turn 13, curves and banks towards the inside of the corner so you can take a little bit more speed through there. Now we're heading through 16 and towards the final corner at turn 17 at Sud curve on towards the start finish line. Looks like it's going to be an ILRT 1, 2, 3, and it is. And that is Thomas who gets pole position for ILRT. That is a 1, 2, 3 for them. A great start so far. As we now go towards the qualifying results then. As you can see, just along the bottom there are disqualifications. That's an invalidation. But that is Thomas on pole position. 110.5 from him. Amir in second with a 110.7. Rafa third, making it an ILRT 1, 2, 3. Forbes, the first of the TTG cars, in fourth place. Verstappen and Cohen for Clean Vigor in fifth and sixth. I believe Dropia is also for Clean Vigor in seventh place. The first livid car of Deneen is in eighth place. Will G in ninth. Maladictus in 10th. Siege 11th. Sam in 12th, Slimbo 13th, Alex B 14th, Casper 15th, Lewis is in 16th, Spag in 17th, Vaporon in 18th and Louis in 19th. But Lewis, Spag, Vaporon and Louis all had their lap times invalidated. Now, if you'll excuse me for a second, I pretty much annoyed the drivers for the whole of qualifying, so those 4 drivers will probably blame me for them messing up their lap times, which is a fair point. I'm not normally in the game chat, I'm normally in a party chat, so give me 2 seconds, I'll fix that for them. There you are. Now you have no excuse whatsoever. Now I'm in a party. No excuses can be made about the drivers. All you would have seen is just a massive blue screen there. It's a nice animation, but it's not what you want to see. So then, qualifying done. We know now ILRT 1, 2, 3 with the first TTG car in fourth place. As I now move past the points and on towards the driver lineup, of course, there's 10 drivers, or they can be up to 10 drivers per team. Obviously, they can't race 10 drivers. However, I'm sure they'd love to. You'd score all the points then. But, well, we're heading now towards the start of the race. The first race of the 4-race championship to see which esports team will win Esports Mini League 1. Will it be TTGaming? TTGaming? Will it be Inside Line? Will it be Clean Vigor? Will it be Livid Academy? Or will it be CPI? A flash of colour here as we head towards the start finish line and towards now our formation lap. There you can see the lovely liveried cars out there. We can see them for the first time, the black, white and yellow liveried cars of the ILRT cars. No surprise there, as their league and their team is all based on those colours. There you can see the Clean Vigor cars, the sort of teal and black. Very nice colours actually, really like those. Teal, white and black on those cars. Maybe a green tinge there as well. The TTG Esports car, there you can see black, red and grey predominantly on those cars. And let's also not forget the CPI cars as well. They, I believe, have gone for a yellow, black, and I believe there's a hint of orange on their car as well. Maybe it's just a slight red. I couldn't really see in that in the sunlight there. However, they make their way now down towards the hairpin. Livid Academy as well. Their livery, it's it's black on the top. As soon as we get a better shot of it as we make our way through, there you can see it's another black and red livery. So the grey is the only thing that pretty much separates that livery from the TTG livery. So we could have a sort of Spiker and Ferrari mix-up here of 2007. Let's hope we don't. Let's hope I don't, because I'm the one that's trying to pick everything out. However, 17 laps here in Germany. Let's have a look at the tyres that everybody's on. Well, there you can see top 10 have to start on the tyres they qualified on. For the top 10, they're all on the soft tyres. For Siege, he's on a set of medium tyres. Sam, Slimbo and Alex all on the soft tyres. Casper, Lewis, Spag and Vaporon on the medium tyres. And Louis in 19th place, also on the soft tyre. But we now make our way now round towards the starting grid and towards the first round of Esports Mini League 1. Let us know who you're backing in this one. It's going to be a great night's racing. Let's see what happens and how it all unfolds. We are moments away from the German Grand Prix here in Esports Mini League 1, and we now see from Thomas's point of view, and in true Esports Mini League style, we get the 5 red lights, they'll go out, then we have the starting procedure where we just have to basically guess when the red lights go out. They'll go out at some point, And we're underway, and what does the start like? Deneen gets a huge jump start there, and we'll get a drive-through penalty. Here we go now, in towards turn 1 there. You can see Forbes trying to launch it down the inside there, and Rafa was having none of it. Now heading up towards turn 2, the first heavy braking point there. Oh, Forbes runs into the back of Rafa there as they now make their way through, curl cautiously through. There's a little bit of contact in the background there. Is that Sam and Lewis around? In towards turn 5 there, I believe it was, towards Parabolica. And Lewis and Sam, there's also Will G, who's been caught up in something there. But other than that, ahead of them, everything's got away cleanly so far. But you can see there Forbes and Rafa battling away here for third place as they now make their way towards the right-hander of turn 7. Forbes is the inside, but allowed the outside for turn number 8. If Rafa can hold the inside line, which he can, and Rafa holds on to that third place. Meanwhile, there is Verstappen here, who's right on the back of Forbes as now they make their way towards turn 12 as he tries to pull out of the slipstream, try and take a different line from the car in front. Cohen there is now making his way now towards turn 13, and as I said in qualifying, it banks towards the apex, so you can carry a little bit more speed through there than maybe you're expecting. Alex has dropped down to 13th place at this moment in time. However, they're making their way now through the Sud curve, and after the first lap of racing, it is Thomas who leads from Amir in second, Rafa third with Forbes in fourth. Verstappen there is in 5th place with Cohen in 6th, Dropia 7th, Maladiktis in 8th, Siege in 9th with Slimbo in 10th, Louis in 11th, Alex B in 12th, Vapor on 13th, Spag in 14th place with Casper in 15th, Lewis in 16th, Deneen in 17th, Sam in 18th, and Will G in 19th place. They're all still running, those that started, and Louis has got a mega start here. He had to start from the back of the grid. He's on the soft tyres, he's on fresh soft tyres, but take nothing away from him as he makes his way now down towards turn 6. Up the inside he goes. He's got an ILRT car there of Louis looking right behind him, and in fact that was Slimbo we were riding on board with. Meanwhile, Louis here now riding on board with him, trying to go up the inside at turn 7, now around the outside at turn number 8, which he gets. And I think Slimbo there just let him have that one. He knew there wasn't much point battling, and well, the 3 ILRT cars up a front are being dragged behind by Louis, but he's being no slouch here because he's trying to make his way up the order as quickly as he possibly can. Lewis here has got past Casper in what looked like a bit of a team orders move here. Of course, it is all about the team scoring the points, so if you have a driver that you think is quicker, of course you're going to try and let them go through. Lap number 3 then, Amir sets the fastest lap of the race in his car as we now head towards turn 1 for the 3rd time in this race. We see Dropia here being chased down by Maladiktis, but obviously they're on the same team. In fact, the 4 clean Vigor cars are running 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th at the moment. Not very often you see that happening. However, they are now making their way through in towards Parabolica, so that means there's one clean Vigor car that's out there. I can't track down at the moment, but I'm sure you'll be able to as we now make our way towards the hairpin here. In fact, it's 5 teams of 4, so I have got that right then. Lucky me. Lewis then has got away past Vaporon, that is, in the TTG car. So Lewis now for CPI moves up a position and is now behind the Livid Academy car of Spag then as we make our way in towards turn 8. Meanwhile, Dropia here is behind Cohen, and I'm pretty sure here he's trying to give him the hurry up as they make their way through turn 12 onwards now towards turn 13. Oh, and that's Forbes running slightly deep into turn 13, but he gets the better exit and can hold on to 4th place. But it is an ILRT 1, 2, 3. I'll try saying that 3 times quickly. Meanwhile, Rafa's come into the pits quite early on, but it is lap 4, so I can understand that actually. It might be early, it might seem early, but it is pretty much the right time, as I think Deneen has had a moment there at turn 12 just before Sachs corner. Meanwhile, Louis here is making his way up the field. Yellow flags in sector 1. Meanwhile, we're running aboard with Louis here. He's got some DRS. He'll try and move on Maladiktis here, and Maladiktis tries to defend as hard as he possibly can. But against someone who has the DRS behind you, there's not really a lot you can do as we make our way now down towards the hairpin. Meanwhile, Verstappen, has he got the move done on Forbes in towards the hairpin? Well, Forbes has got the better drive out of the corner. He'll have the inside for turn 7. If Verstappen can stay around the outside, he'll have the inside of turn 8 here. And now he's in control. Can he try and get the move done? No, he can't, because Forbes holds it round the outside. But they now head through 11. And Verstappen now has the upper hand. He'll have the inside line for turn 12. This is not a place you go side by inside. Forbes somehow sticks it around the outside on towards turn 13, and somehow Forbes holds on to third place. That was brave stuff there. He just held it around the outside, and that was close there. But he now comes into the pits from third place, as we're going to see a lot of the cars, I think, pit in from this position, but not Thomas or Amir. They are now sailing ahead. 4.1 seconds. Amir is ahead of Verstappen, so Thomas is even further into the lead. But very dramatic first part of this race, and I hope you're enjoying it at home if you are. Meanwhile, Siege here, right on the back of Slimbo. He started on the medium tyres outside of the top 10. Meanwhile, Slimbo is trying to close in on Maladiktis as we now head towards turn 6. We've got a move here, possibly down towards turn 6. Yes, we have, as that is Slimbo. Oh, sorry, Siege locks up big time in towards turn 6 as Maladiktis says, you know what, I'll happily have that one back, as we now see Siege trying to close in on Slimbo ahead of him. I told you the red and black livery would confuse me. It really has done. Yellow flags somewhere in sector 2. Can't see them, but whatever they are cleared. Meanwhile, Amir and Thomas have swapped positions then, so Amir now leads the race with Thomas in second place. But look how close they're running at this moment in time. Great to see, but the two teammates working together to try and get away. No doubt they're using that DRS to try and get themselves ahead. And why wouldn't you? It's the perfect opportunity to do so. Meanwhile, Rafa has got a move done there. Upper position, he goes ahead of Lewis, who has front wing damage. So that's not going to help him at all. You can see a very hectic and busy pit lane as the CPI car of Lewis also comes into the pits with that front wing damage. Meanwhile, then Dropya is in the lead of the race, but he has yet to stop in this one. And this could be an opportunity here for Louis to try and grab the potential lead of this race. He's in the DRS and now towards turn 6. He's around the outside here. Can Louis try and find the move there? You can see there's lots of battling happening behind as well, as Spag tries to find a way past CPI Alex. Here comes Spag then. Does he get the move done? Yes, he does. Spag then up a position. Up to 5th place he goes, ahead of Alex as he heads towards turn 7. Meanwhile, the two teammates of Rafa and Amir again swap places. Rafa now leading Amir for 8th and 9th place. Casper, meanwhile, tries to get the better drive ahead of Cohen, but look at Cohen here. He's trying to stick a nose up the inside. Not quite this time, but he is in a QVR sandwich here as we head in towards 8, 9, 10, and 11. Oh, that's Casper running slightly wide. Cohen could try and move around the outside here at turn 11. They're going to be side by side once again, coming through turn 12. The livid car... well, that's the QVR car of Cohen there, trying to hold it around the outside at turn 12. And again, great defending from these two. Great battling from these two as well. Meanwhile, Thomas is right behind Forbes then. So Forbes has got the jump on Thomas, but we've already seen Thomas has the pace here. Rafa now sets the fastest lap of the race, a 1:13, as he is currently in 4th place. But Thomas, who was leading this race, is now way behind. He's actually behind Rafa and Amir, both of them there. But he's got the DRS of Forbes right ahead of him, and this could be a move for position. Meanwhile, we've got Siege here trying to make a move on Spag in towards turn 6. They've got Vapor on right behind as well. This is a battle for the lead, and Spag has just about got the drive out of the hairpin. Through turn 7 they go. Will the TTG car of Siege try a move? No, he won't. He's got his teammate Vapor on right behind him. Dropya, meanwhile, in 9th place, trying to chase down his teammate of Verstappen with his teammate of Cohen right behind. Meanwhile, two TTG cars, a Vaporon and Siege, swap positions. And Siege says, go on Vaporon, it's your turn now. See if you can make the move. So teamwork being the priority. Louis, meanwhile, behind Cohen. Of course, he has pitted. He has only just pitted onto those fresh set of medium tyres. So he's got all the work to do again to try and get past the cars ahead. For him, though, they're all on medium tyres. But look how quick he is as we head in towards 17 and towards turn 18. Maladiktis has got past Casper, riding on board now with Lewis. He makes his way towards turn 1. Yellow flags in sectors 2 and 3. Not a move here on in towards turn 1. Never has been, never will be. But here is the DRS here as we head now towards turn 2. narrows and then widens on entry in towards turn 2. Louis gets the inside line and gets the move done. Simple as that. He's got the move done. Meanwhile, Vaporon has moved ahead of Spag then in towards turn 6. And now Vaporon leads this race. Meanwhile, Dropia here. Will Verstappen let him pass? I wonder, heading down towards turn 6. No, he doesn't. So no team orders that time around as Lewis gets a 5-second time penalty. Meanwhile, that is Louis up the inside of Cohen once again in towards turn 6. And that was him having to defend from Dropia this time around as we now make our way towards turn number 8. But again, couldn't quite find that finishing touch there. Louis holds on to 10th place. Spag, meanwhile, chasing down Vaporon as we now head in through 13, through 14 and 15, 16 and 17. Riding on board with the livid car of Spag. And it's so tempting to overcommit through that final corner. You really want to carry as much speed through as possible through there, but you really can't. The grip just drops away amazingly. It just get that mountain of understeer that you really don't need. Dropia, meanwhile, look at this. He's weaving. He wants Verstappen to give way, but Verstappen says, you know what? I'm right behind Forbes. I don't want to give up my position just yet. Meanwhile, a battle for the top 3 then. All of these guys have yet to stop this top 3. Everybody else has stopped at least once in this race. Spag goes for a move on Vaporon, then down we go towards turn 6. He's got the move done with the DRS. Can he slow the car down in time? You bet he can. And Spag takes away that position. Meanwhile, Verstappen here, he's looking to put his words into action as he makes his way towards turn 6. He's around the outside of Forbes here. Forbes is trying to hold on to this position for as long as he can, but Verstappen gets the better drive out of turn 6 and gets the position done. Meanwhile, Verstappen is left behind the battle between Dropia and Forbes, and Dropia says, thank you very much, I'll take that position now. He now moves up to 8th place with Forbes losing 2 positions in very quick succession, and that is not something he wanted to see in his rear view mirrors. That is ILRT Louis making his way up and behind Forbes as we make our way towards turn 13. And look at the ILLT car right on the back of the TTG car as we make our way through the chicane and on towards Sud Curve. For the 10th time, or for these drivers, the 9th time. You can see the tighter line that Louis can have through the final corner, but it's not going to be enough to get him past as he heads towards turn 1. As you can see, the drivers are not afraid of picking up the gravel there. Forbes runs wide at turn 1. That could cost him a position here as we head towards turn 2. He looks up the inside, does Louis? Does Forbes give him the room? He does. Heading now in towards turn 4, and Louis round the outside at 4 gets the move done, and now he moves up a position. So much battling happening, but here comes Forbes right back at Louis as we head towards turn 6. We've also got the 2 QVR cars swapping positions. Dropia gets the move done. Meanwhile, Louis finishes off that move surely now as Forbes struggles for grip out of turn 6. He's actually gained traction there. Making me mince my words as we head towards turn 8. He looks for a move round the outside. Not going to happen there, but he could put Louis off of his normal line. But as you can see there, Louis' car works so much better in the mid-speed corners, and he is up a position for good this time around. So, when will Vaporon, Spag and Siege pit? I wonder. It'll be some time between next lap and the lap after. I think they won't want to spend too long on the soft tyres, but when it comes to a 25% race, it's not often that you get the good stint that you want towards the end. Dropia gets the fastest lap of the race, a 1:13.3 at this moment in time. And you can see now that gap is coming down. He's really going for it now. Meanwhile, Siege is right on the back of Spag then, with some DRS, but Spag also has the DRS, so Siege, it's not going to be an easy move for him. He's going to have to launch it down turn 6 if he wants this move, but he can't quite get alongside the car ahead. But look at this, look at Amir and Rafa. They are closing in at a rate of knots. That means then these guys are pretty much a pit stop behind Amir and Rafa now, as they all make their way towards turn 8. Now, Amir has to be careful right now. He knows that the cars ahead still have to stop in this race. He knows that. But he's also got Rafa behind him, who will no doubt want to win this race. So how does he play this, I wonder? We're about to find out. Maladiktis here looked for a move on Slimbo. Wasn't happening. Locked up big time there. But look at this. He's put Slimbo off his normal line through turn 11. Now heading towards turn 12. He's got the inside line. Maladiktis there. But he gets onto the grass and has to back out of it. Brave move. But unfortunately for him, just didn't quite work out. Louis, meanwhile, looking to try and get the move done. Casper, I think, is in trouble at the back of the field. He's yellow yellow flags in Sector 3. Let's just have a quick look. Yeah, he's around there somewhere out in turn, or just before turn 12. He must have had a little bit of a spin there, but we've got multiple cars in the pit lane then, as we see Louis closing in on Verstappen here as we make our way through turn 4 now. You can see there, using that curve, using plenty of it on the right-hand side. Louis has the DRS. He's got the slipstream on Verstappen, but Verstappen is saving grace right now. He's got DRS from Dropia, his teammate ahead. Louis looks to go down the inside in towards turn 6, and he gets the move done, and Thomas has left the session. Thomas from 3rd place left the session. Well, of course, if he doesn't finish this race as a solid car, as a player-controlled car, he doesn't score any points whatsoever. He's got to rejoin. He has to rejoin. ILRT here looked pretty comfortable. He has joined straight away, but he'll be losing positions now as his teammates will now go through him. Dropia goes through him. So too does Louis. Verstappen now will be the next car, but how long will it take for Thomas to rejoin the session? Verstappen now gets past the ghost car of Thomas. I wonder if it's just a little bit too much from Cohen here to try and close in, but he would have seen that Thomas is in trouble as Rafa now picks up a 3-second time penalty. There he goes. There he is, rejoined now back into the session. So he's now dropped to 6th when he was in 3rd, and that could hand QVR a little bit of a lifeline here. They're now running 3rd and 5th in this race. So they'll be looking to try and take advantage of that as much as they can. Meanwhile, Vaporon has got the move done on Slimbo then in towards turn 2 and makes the move stick then. Vaporon getting past. Meanwhile, this is Spag now, who's looking behind his teammate Slimbo, but Slimbo's got the DRS on Vaporon. He hasn't really got the DRS as Vaporon to defend this one. He defends the inside line as much as he can, and look at this now. Spag trying to go up the inside. No, he backs out of that one, but you can see there Vaporon gets the move done. Now you can see Spag gets the traction on Slimbo and will get the move done. One thing we missed off the stream, or one thing I should say I missed off the stream, was that Louis has now got past Dropia and is now up to 3rd place, 5.8 seconds. He started from P19, did Louis. He's now running in 3rd place. Phenomenal pace from him, and I wonder if he can carry that same pace into the next race. Not over yet though. Lap 14. We still have 4 laps to go here in Germany. It is Amir who leads from Rafa in 2nd place. Louis sets the fastest lap of the race. He's currently running in 3rd place. Dropia 4th with Verstappen in 5th. Thomas in 6th after that disconnection. Cohen in 7th. Forbes running in 8th. Maladictis in 9th. Vaporon in 10th. But look how much is closing on Maladictis here as we head now towards turn 2. Will he try a switch back here? Vaporon on towards turn 2. No, he has to wait for that one. He's got to be careful though that he doesn't run into the back of that rear wing of the QVR car. Meanwhile, look at that traction then. He opens up the DRS, and that is move complete there against Maladictis, and he's lost another position here. Spag gets a move done. Now can Spag have a move here down towards turn 6? No, he can't. Amir has to go around the outside. Sorry, Spag has to go around the outside there, but Vaporon holds on and still retains 9th place. Meanwhile, Maladictis now under pressure from Slimbo. Remember, every position scores points. You have to battle as hard as you can for those positions. You never know what points you can score. As long as you make it to the checkered flag, in control of your car, you will score points. In terms of penalties, we'll be having a look at those once they cross the checkered flag at the final lap. We'll be able to see what happens, how positions will shuffle up. But meanwhile, Maladictis still trying to hold off Slimbo then as we head into the closing stages of the first round in Mini League 1. Heading now around the final 2 corners. But you can see there Slimbo is right behind. That's Siege right behind Slimbo then. Again, the red and black car is just confusing me right now as we see Siege there really committing into turn 1, as did Maladictis. Look at the DRS run he has here, but he doesn't go for the move because he knows he's got the DRS run through turn 5, through Parabolica. Sam picks up a 3-second time penalty, and meanwhile, look at this now from Siege. He's waited for this one, but he's also going to watch out for the car behind him as Slimbo gets the move done. Now Siege, they're going 3 wide down towards turn 6 here as the Livid car, the QVR car has to try and defend as hard as he can. Slimbo gets the move done. Siege has to wait for his moment there as they head the way through turn 7. Maladictis looking for a move down the inside into turn 8, but nothing doing from him. I believe Alex is in some trouble there, and he was. Sam is ahead of him now in 15th and 16th place respectively. Lap 15 soon to become lap 16 in a moment. There it is, in fact, as we now head towards Sachs curve here in through 13. On towards 14 and 15 through the final couple of corners. Penultimate lap of the race now for Amir as he leads the way. Meanwhile, we're riding on board with Siege as he looks to try and get the move done on Maladiktis, heading up towards turn 1. They'll be using plenty of the curb on the left-hand side. Maladiktis runs wide there, very wide, very unsettled on the left-hand side there as we make our way now towards turn 2. There you can see Amir and Rafa, first and second so far. There's Vaporon running in 9th place, and Casper's now retired from the session, so no points for that CPI car. Meanwhile, we've got Vaporon who's battling away with Forbes, then in towards turn 6. You can see there, that is all Forbes and Slimbo, I believe that is. No, it's Forbes and Spag, because Slimbo's battling away behind as we make our way now in through turn 7. On now towards turn 8, you've got Spag here riding on board with as he looks to try and hold off the attack from Forbes in through turn 11, and he's got the move done. He's held on there, and great defensive driving here. It's very confusing, those two cars. However, it's a very great battling we have seen here. Slimbo now in 11th place with Maladiktis in 12th. Siege still in 13th, heading towards turn 13. Still can't find that way past. Meanwhile, Amir has now started the final lap of the race in the lead. It is currently an ILRT 1-2-3, and what could have been from Thomas's disconnection, we could have seen ILRT lock out the first 4 places on the grid. As Forbes now picks up a 3-second time penalty. Siege is still right on the back of Maladiktis. We've got Spag here who could try a late charge on Vaporon. He's half a second back, just over. But in this DRS zone, it can close up very, very quickly. Heading now down towards turn 6. You can see here how much he's closing in here is Spag. He looks to go down the inside. He knows it's his final chance. Up the inside he goes. And now heading out of the corner. He's got to get that traction down now as we head towards turn 7. He's got the inside line. Can he hold on? He does. Great move there, but Vaporon's still there along the inside at turn 8 there. As they now look through turn 9, and that is Vaporon who's just about stayed ahead there. But as Amir comes around the final corner, he will win here in Germany. It's currently an ILRT 1-2 for Amir and Rafa. Louis will come across the line. He'll finish in 3rd place. ILRT 1-2-3. Dropia in 4th place. Verstappen in 5th. Thomas then in 6th with Kern jumping Thomas then into 6th place. Thomas drops to 7th. Vaporon in 8th. Spag in 9th with Forbes. Way comes across the line. Dropping down the order though for his penalties there. So Spag then in 9th. Siege in 10th. Slimbo 11th. Forbes in 12th. Will G 13th. Maladiktis in 14th. There is Sam who crosses the line in 15th place. Alex B in 15th. Sam in 16th. And then we're just waiting for Deneen for the last Livid car to cross the line, finishing in 17th place. So that will do it then for race number 1 here in Mini League 1. And it is an ILRT 1-2-3. Amir takes the first win of the championship. Well then, start as you mean to go on. That's the message from ILRT. A 1-2-3 from their drivers today, with Thomas finishing in 7th place after a disconnection and his penalties towards the end that dropped him to 7th place. But there you go, 3 ILRT cars in the paddock. They will be enjoying that one for a long time. You won't have long to enjoy. You're notified when we do go live in Singapore. But your unofficial results for the German Grand Prix and round number 1 of Esports Mini League 1. It is Amir who wins the race. Rafa in 2nd, Louis in 3rd with Dropia in 4th, Verstappen 5th, Cohen in 6th with ILRT in 7th, Thomas in 7th, Vaporon in 8th, Spag in 9th, Siege 10th, Slimbo in 11th, Forbes 12th, Will G 13th, Maladiktis in 14th, Alex B 15th, Sam in 16th, and Deneen, last of the finishers, in 17th place. Casper and Lewis do not finish the race, therefore they do not score points. That is not what CPI needed. They needed all their cars really to make it to the checkered flag, and with 2 of them not finishing at all, that's going to hurt them. Well, hopefully you'll be joining us in just a couple of minutes when we head over to Singapore in a separate stream. Like I said, make sure you do subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow the league on Twitter at Esports Mini. You can also follow me if you really want to go on Twitter at KS McGinley. So make sure you head over there now. But we will be back in just a couple of minutes time with the Singapore stream. So hopefully you will join us then.